because with this fan page, you can increase more audience and reach more prospect on your business. Second thing, different fan page and personal page. Is it, you know, 5,000 people, where they are staying, where they live, how old are they, what time they wake up. You don't know, is it? But in the fan page, they have one button, we call it Insight. From the Insight, you can get all those data from your follower or your customer from there. Okay? What age that is very engaged with your business, what time or what date, what exactly date that they are very active. On the 7 days, what they are very active. On 24 hours, what time they are active. Did you know that? Haven't checked? Okay. You log in your Facebook, try to find Insight button there, then you can see like a graph, try to find the people there. So you know actually your business, which targeted customer that you need, then what kind of follower that really like your page. Alright? Good? Okay. Ready to make investment. Why I say investment? Okay, Facebook ads cost you money. Agree? Agree? Yes. Okay, as a business owner, when I say, when you spend on marketing, bigger spend on your marketing, what happened to your sales?
Should increase.
Is it increase?
Should increase.
Sorry?
Should increase.
Should increase, okay. Actually, in Facebook, when you spending in certain amount, you can get a lot of people. From that people, you can convert into your sales. For example, this is theoretical, not like it's a must. When you spend 10 ringgit in Facebook, alright, there will be 100 ringgit for your sales. It's 10 times more better. So the more money that you pump in for Facebook ads means the more sales that you can get. Okay, for example, I'm doing the core business printing. All know, is it? Okay, I spend about 3,000 to 4,000 just for FB ads marketing only. You know how much I get?
3,000 to 4,000 a month?
Yes, 3,000 to 4,000 a month. Roughly, how much I get?
10 times.
What's 50 to 60K for online business only. So don't worry on spending, but you must know what you spend. Don't just spend, don't know what to do, and out, the money gone, no sale, both gone. Okay? Alright. Okay, next is about consistency. Okay, this is very hard thing. True entrepreneur. Who have marketing department? Purposely on your business they have marketing department. You have, is it? You have, go. Okay, in BNI we have. Alright, all our friends are our marketing department, our marketing agency. Okay, alright. The word consistent why? Okay, let's say you do a Facebook ads marketing today. Did you expect that you will have the sales today? What the rule of marketing? That consistent. Okay, let me ask you. Who know when I say Coca-Cola or Coke? Everyone know, is it? Your parents know? Your children know about Coke? Whoever have a grandchildren, they know about Coca-Cola or Coke? They have a study in the worldwide. The first most understanding language in the world is okay. Agree? You go to Japan, you say okay, those Japanese also understand okay. You go to South Africa, you say okay, the Australian guy also said understand about game. The second most understanding language in the world is Coca-Cola or Coke. Don't believe what I said? You go to Thailand, you cannot speak Thai. But whenever you say Coke, they have a Coke at your table. The second most understanding language in the world. Why? Because Coca-Cola consistently doing marketing on their brand. Like AJ said, visibility. Okay? Alright. So that's all about 6 things must have before we start. Do I have to start? I got a lot of slides, no? Okay, there are 5 basic elements in Facebook, in a business of Facebook. First thing, you must have a fan page. Why fan page? I just give you reason why you need a fan page. Second thing is a cover photo or timeline photo. Why we need this? Yes. When you have a fan page, it's like you open a shop. And a cover photo react as your signboard. How good your signboard will attract customer to come in, correct? Is it? Okay. But this signboard you can change every time you want. It's not like commercial signboard. It's like commercial signboard, you change like Facebook signboard, then you die. Okay? Because it's not cheap, alright? Cover photo, they have a size there. You know the size? Photographer thing. You know the size you do?
341.
It's 815 pixel times 351 pixel. When you put that, it's a fit on the timeline. So you don't need to adjust there, adjust here. Okay? Okay. Who use Windows as a Windows OS, your laptop or desktop? Okay. How to convert this size to pixel? You go to Paint. You know Paint? Your daughter always like conteng there. Okay? Use Paint. They have a resize, then you go pixel there. So you can do the size for cover photo. Right? Good. Okay. Third one is about section. Who fill up about section? Everything.
Business owner.
Yes. Who? All of you. Who fill up your fan page about section? Fill up everything. It's about 20% or 30% only. Fulfill, correct? To 20 or 30% complete. Okay. First thing, people research about fan page. Second, audience will see your cover photo. Third thing, they are looking for your information. About section is combine all information about your business. Where started, where the location, what time your working hours, what phone number that the customer can call. If you cannot fill this thing, means customer cannot reach you. Okay? So please check your fan page, see this about section. And then, this is the tips. You can find the impression. Is it? Alright? Alright? Okay, this impression, please fill up your business ROB number or ROC number. Yes, it's not yet compulsory in Malaysia law. But in Australia, in Switzerland, they have a must put your business ownership on that. Okay, why I need you to put that? First thing, you show to your customer, I'm a genuine business. I'm not like scam people, like take money, the things don't deliver, collect money from others, and up fan page where, don't know where, the money gone, barang not sampai, items not sampai, right? So put your SSN ataupun ROB or ROC number into your impression area. So So that will increase your credibility in your fan page. So people know what I'm doing this is genuine business. Okay, good? Alright. So next is basic posting. Okay. Who really do the posting every day? You know how many you need to post on your Facebook page? How many times?
One day.
One day. One at least. Actually, at least 3. In the morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Why? Okay, just recall. Whenever you put a posting, how many likes you get? Or you just like your posting yourself? Okay, 15 to 30.
Yeah, my video a lot.
Okay, how first I ask this guy, how many fans you have in your fan page?
The problem, sometimes I say you have 5,000 fans.
Alright.
But you put a post, you get 10, 20.
Yes.
Because Facebook use some algorithm.
Yes, correct. Okay. True. This guy said true. Because the algo in the Facebook is do like that. Because they force us to put ads, to spend on ads, so we can get more audience.
Actually, what they're saying, like the quality of your post, if they find you're getting likes, if your post is good,
Yes.
they will increase.
Yes. Okay. Why I said you need minimum 3? Because of the engagement. So the people can always follow and see what exactly happened in your business. Okay, for example, if you want to go to the shop, which shop you choose? The more people one or the lonely shop one? More people want. Why? Psychology. Right? Same also like our page. Okay? When somebody visit our page, see like 2, 3 likes, comment 9, share. Okay, pity like give 2 share. Right? So this guy, whenever see your business, can see like, oh man, this is not good business. So, okay, honestly, nowadays, competitors is everywhere. Since the online business started, competitor is double, triple up. Alright, okay? So, what we do is to get engagement with our fan. How? Try to post at least 3 per day. Okay, let's say one day you got a lot of ideas. You got 20. All 20 you put? If let's say you just writing, just posting about your business or whatever, you motivate your fan, and then suddenly you got 20 ideas to posting. Did you all post all 20? No. You post what? Post 3. Another? Yes. Use scheduling button or schedule on your post. Why? If let's say today you got 20 ideas, tomorrow 0. So what you do? Okay. So please try to get 3 times posting each day. It's a must. Morning, afternoon, evening, or night.
Does it matter what you post?
Okay, mine is 7 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then 8 o'clock.
Does it matter what the content?
Yes, because you can see in the inside what time your friend is more active on.
I think what he asked was, does it matter what type of content you post?
Yes. Okay, for example, if you post on 1 o'clock, for example, so we posting on.
The content. Video.
Dia punya isi kandungan. Does it matter?
Oh yes, you please try to get related posting on your business. For example, I have one student selling jersey. online JC. Okay, what they did in their posting is not about JC. It's about all around the world is a football result. Is it related, JC and football? Yes. So their page become a source of those follower, footballer fan to their page to see what current score for their favorite team.
How does that make sense?
Not really, because
I have an app, but if I have an app, I use the score immediately. Why the hell should I go to an unreliable Facebook site to find out the score or something like that?
true, but because why? Because that's why we need those engagement. Because our fan need those engagement. Nowadays, lot of internet is about information.
But how much is it real and how much is it false?
Not really, not sure that on
I
the.
have a Facebook page, I don't do entitlement, and I still get likes.
That's true. That is organically.
That's not organic. There's somebody like machine that's liking mine so that they don't get detected. They don't get detected.
Not
I
really.
get 20, 30 likes. I don't give a damn. Because there's a bot out there that's liking pages and then they don't want to get detected by Facebook. So randomly they go and like other. And when I look at the people, I don't know 6 people are liking it.
Yeah, okay, like this, okay. For example, if you been in Malaysia, you do like marketing methods.
You can get 10,000 likes in Indonesia in one day.
Yes, yes, I agree. They have a service.
Because exactly, they have a service.
Yes, they have service for increase your likes. They have a service. One of my participants, alright, they have about 12,000 likers. When we post-mortem their page, 7,000 from Turkey. Okay lah, like this. I ask you honestly, is it likes matter to you? Is it guaranteed? The higher like, the higher your sales.
Logically, you would say yes, but I know that's not.
Okay, all right. As a business owner, that really matter for the like for us.
Actually, some people don't like to show like you have 100 likes only, so they want to put a number. So like to give themselves more visibility.
Yes, correct. Business owner don't depend on likes. Right?
But do likes translate to higher visibility?
No, it's a social proof
Okay.
to our audience that show this is good, this is a real business. But actually, most of entrepreneurs like always try with these likes will increase your sales. No such thing. The more likes you have, you can say like the higher our sales more. It's a social proof only for the audience can see. Oh, this page got 100,000 followers, but on our business, not really reflected. Okay, good. Okay. Next is about likers and TAT. Who knows about TAT? Don't know? Okay. Likers, I just mentioned to you. Alright? The indicator that you want to know whether your business is good or not the likers, but please check on talking about this. You can see the button likes. They have one people likes. They have people talking about this. Talking about this is one indicator to see whether your business or your fan page it get engaged your fan page or not. Okay? If you got 3 things, 2005, generate 10K net. Selling skincare products only in Malacca. Ready? So please increase your TAT. Like, yes, you need, but don't focus on like. Okay? Good to go? Alright, there are 5 basic elements. I think, can I open for the Q&A? Alright. Any question that you want to ask? No, okay. There are two reasons why the people don't ask me. First thing, they know what I say. Second thing, they don't know anything. So which category you are? Alright. Sure.
One question. See, you're a consultant or teacher or you have your own digital marketing agency.
Yes, I do have, but currently I work with my partner. So mine, I do consulting and I do also training. I do classes also. For example, so like this, there are 10 people, they have a 2-day course, full day course. So from the basic, you don't know about FBS, until you went out, you can make money from the Facebook, first sale from the Facebook. Then I will guarantee it.
Are there certain products that sell better on Facebook than others? Are there certain products that sell better on Facebook than others? Other products or services a little bit easier.
Okay, yes, good question. Okay, I have selling a lot of products. The most easiest sell in the Facebook is a consumer product.
Like phones or shoes or watches or...
Okay, mine are currently doing, you know what I'm selling? I'm selling chocolate pearl chocolate. Like Van Houten, they have almond chocolate there. Almond chocolate. I'm selling that about 1 ton per month through Facebook ads. 1 ton per month. Can you imagine that? How crazy Malaysia eat chocolate. Okay? Second, alright, first is consumer product. Okay? This is my study. You can tap into 3 market and you become a millionaire through Facebook ads. First thing is a woman industry. White, clean, slimming product, surely will be sellable. Second product of baby and kids. Why is it that? Okay, I ask you. When I say baby and kids industry, they which part? Who means who?
The mother.
The mother. Who handle the buying power very much? Mother, son. Any question?
Well, it's not the mother, it's the father.
The mother. Actually, the buying power is from the baby and the kids. For example, like this. You went to the shopping mall, and then suddenly your kids like jumping on those toys. So what you do? You buy for it, is it? You buy for it?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily, but you want to, this kid keep silent, you will buy, is it? Okay, the buying power is not from you, from that kid. He asked you to buy. So the buying power from that kid. Okay, I'm a father from 2 sons and 1 daughter. I very love my daughter. Okay, each night I open the Lazada apps, I will buy for her. Although she's sleeping beside me. Okay? The second industry is kids and baby product. It's very sellable. Nowadays it's China product. You can import them. Like sock, 2 ringgit, you can sell like 20, $15 like that. Right? Okay. Third industry is baby boomers. Who baby boomers? What do you know about baby boomers?
I think the baby boomers is the term they use in the US for those soldiers who came back from the war and they start families and then these children like they...
Yes, correct. Okay. The term baby boomers, exactly that this guy say, is specifically on US. But in Malaysia, also we use baby boomers. Because they have a slightly increase after World War II. They have a burst like this. Okay. What age is baby boomers now?
I think they are all 50 years.
Not it's seniors. It's about 65 to 75 or 85, if I'm not mistaken. Alright? On my study, this bunch of baby boomers holding 40% wellness in Malaysia. Disagree? Okay, I give you an example. Alright, I give you an example. If somebody selling water filter to kampung-kampung, like to hometown, is it cost not cheap? It's very expensive, about 6 to 7,000 ringgit. But these people from kampung-kampung, from the hometown, buy or not? Some buy, some won't. But which money that came, whoever who buy that? Okay, same also in town, in city. You can see 40% building, property is belong to this senior citizen. Okay, alright. What I want to say is like this. My friend selling, you know this one? Ankle gel. Alright, Malay always like pray 5 times per day. So we need to like ruko, sujo, okay? So senior citizen, we got this problem, ankle problem. Right? So my friends Leo Adiputra, knee problem, right? So my friends Leo Adiputra selling this knee gel to reduce pain during praying. On 2015, their sales about 7 million, and then the net profit is 3 million. Just sell the old men or the old ladies those knee gel only.
Does it work?
Yes, not really works, it's reduce pain. No, not cure pain. Alright? Alright, any question? Okay. Alright, sir?
Generally, how long does it take to build traction from your first page? When do you start seeing more crowd,
Okay.
more followings?
I cannot say on the period time. What I can say is, if you get 1,000 to 5,000 followers, that is enough for you to start the business. Okay, so you got 1,000 customer prospect. Okay, the most expensive products that I sell in online is what? Property. People buy property through Facebook ads. Okay? Right, any question? Okay, sir. Okay, on Facebook page we don't call SEO, we call SMO, Social Media Optimizer. Okay? On Facebook, don't realize those keywords, but Facebook realize how active you are with your friend. Because Facebook is social media. So, the more closer you and your friends, so the higher potentiality when people are looking for your ads. Okay, like this. Just keep your mind this kind of formula. You got the money, you give to the Facebook. Facebook give what to you? You got money, you pass to the Facebook, you give to the Facebook. What Facebook offer to you? Traffic, right? Okay. You got money, you give to Facebook, Facebook give people to you. Alright? From the people, what we do? Try to get money from their pocket. Easy one. Right? You got money, you pass to Facebook, Facebook give people to you. Right? So you need back the money you give to Facebook. So what you do, you pull this guy or you try to close this guy, please buy my product. So that kind of money you can pay back to a founder Facebook. Easier, that is very simple formula. So how much you need to spend from Facebook? How much money you want to get from the people? Okay? For example, I sell this thing 100 ringgit. Okay, I want to sell this thing 100 ringgit. My prediction for the sale is 10,000. How many people I need? Sorry? 50,000. Correct? 100 ringgit. 100 ringgit. Yeah, 100 ringgit. How many? My sale is 10,000. How many people? 10. 1,000 people, right? Okay. So you need 1,000 people. Okay. From these 1,000 people, how much money that I need to give Facebook? Can you see an indicator from the Facebook? You give this much, Facebook will give you this that much. You give more, Facebook give you more. Agree? So you need 1,000 only. So try to arrange how much budget to get 1,000 people only.
But to get 1,000 people, then you need to compare. You cannot compare the 1,000.
Yeah, I understand that.
You have to
Funnel, yes.
Okay.
How do you reduce the geography of where the people are from? So if you sell your product, for example, there's no point sending chocolates to Turkey, right?
True. That's why the first thing before you launch your campaign through Facebook, you need to know what type of your customer is.
Can you do can you do a fencing? Can you target your
Yes, can. First thing we call this customer avatar. You create in your mind what kind of customer you are need to, what age they are. For example, I sell this.
I think he knows your target market, but whether can they do it? So you're saying can?
Yes, correct.
Then the geography of what
Yes, correct. You need to know them first before you sell. Because without you do R&D or research, you cannot sell this product to everybody except the chocolate. Turkey also eat chocolate. Turkey also eat chocolate. But we cannot sell there because this student using farming light. So they get friend from out of nowhere. For example, I give this brother 150, so this brother will guarantee give me 10,000 followers. That's the service. But that 10,000 followers, I don't know where they are, how old are they, or what interest they are. Got it? Okay. First thing, check how much you want to, how much you need from Facebook. Then check how much you selling one minimum product. Then you get how much people that you need to send your ads to the Facebook. From there you calculate, then you get the how much marketing budget. Then you will get those sales. They have a technique actually. They have a technique like funnel technique. Have you heard about funnel? Have you heard? It's 1858. Created by, I'm not sure, it's a US guy. 1850 plus. The funnel technique being created, and until today, those funneling technique still using. Okay, any question? Okay? Alright, the rest? Okay, I hope what I'm sharing. Okay, I try to, actually this month, because it's a fasting month. Okay, so I also fast from the class. So probably by after a year. Alright, then I will be back doing the classes. Okay?
So for those who are still curious, maybe you can meet him after the talk, and you can talk to him personally. Okay, thank you so much.
Sure, no problem.
You guys have a great, I learned a lot from him today. So
So if you guys have any other questions, then maybe you guys can ask him after the talk. But yeah, give him a round of applause. I think I learned a lot from him today. Thank you. Okay, our next speaker for the day is the most handsome guy here who was already talking so much before he already entered the stage. The AJ Minai. So yeah, come on. Alright, now you can take the stage for alright, yeah, so
I don't know who he's talking about being handsome. It's this one guy here, right here, right? So, okay, so while thank you, Fami, so much for the informative talk. I loved it. I really learned a lot from you. Thank you very much. What I want to do is, I actually want to change the layout of the room, if you don't mind. I think we're like a little bit too spaced out. So if I can make a request while I'm setting up my laptop with my slides, because I got to switch, take a look. If I could request all of you guys probably get a bit closer to the stage, because I don't feel like I should be on a mic right now. I feel like I should be sitting down and having more of an intimate conversation with you, right? There are not too many of us here anyways, right? Why don't we make this a bit more of a closed door session, sit down and get to talk to each other. So if you could pull up your chairs, maybe come around, and I can just sit down on the stage, have a conversation with you guys, that'll be great. And just give me a few minutes to set up. You can do whatever you want. You want the chairs, you can come on. Oh no, absolutely. I'll sit right down here. Okay. Good afternoon. Nice. Okay, so hope you guys mind. I'm just gonna sit down, make this a bit more casual. Yeah, is that all right? Okay. All right. So my name is AJ. Some of you have met. We met earlier this afternoon. Some of you have not had a chance to speak one-on-one. A couple of weeks ago, I was in a closed-door session with an organization. Well, it's a not-for-profit organization called the WEC, the World Economic Forum. I call it the forum, but it's actually the World Economic Council, right? It was a closed-door session, and some people came down from Geneva, Switzerland, and they were talking about how there is a huge employability gap in the markets around the world today. And they have these major issues about youngsters all over the world somehow feeling a disconnect with what we call Generation X, right? And Generation X is anybody basically after possibly in their early 40s right now, moving towards their mid-40s, they would be typically Gen X. Now here's the reality. In Malaysia, out of all the generations that we have today, okay, so let me give you a quick breakdown. In school today, we have a generation called Generation Z. We've got the Zs, right? The Zs are the guys who are going to go for their SBA very soon, their O levels, so on and so forth, right? And then you've got one up above them, you've got the Ys, right? And I am a fourth generation Y, right? That means that I'm right after Gen X. So we've got 5 generations of Ys. 1 to 5. One is right after Gen Z, which is probably in some way Taylor's studying right now, right? In their tertiary level. And then we've got all the way up to the 4th generation is me, and then there's one after me, and then we finally reach X. Now here's a question, guys. Who do you think in Malaysia right now has the liquidity and the decision-making power as a generation overall? Who do you think makes the decisions and calls the shots? Big part? Absolutely. X. Why do you say that, sir?
Because now they're all on senior management position.
Okay, that's true. Okay.
And financially maybe they have most of the money.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I meant. Kenneth. Buddy. Yo. Technical failure.
Testing. Testing. This is Lawrence. This is working. Thanks. So coming back to, you're absolutely right. What you just mentioned is the most crucial point. Today, in terms of financial strength and liquidity, today Gen X in Malaysia still very much holds the decision-making power and the position and the title in the country. Now here's the thing. If you know for a fact that the Generation X is what is driving at a more C-level the market right now, the CEOs, the CMOs, and so on, here's the gap in the market. You've got a workforce today that is almost 55% Gen Y in Malaysia. You've got a workforce that is 55% very much so Gen Y, which are not the Gen X, generations after. And here's where the dilemma starts. Because Gen X and Gen Y have been at loggerheads and fighting for the last 20 to 30 years, ever since the first Gen Ys have hit the market, yeah? And they've had a host of problems. Things like, this younger generation has no idea what leadership really means. This younger generation is not patient enough. They want success yesterday, right? And you can hear lots of opinions. Similarly, if you talk to Gen Y, what do they talk about the guys on top? They say, these old fellas don't know anything like these guys. You know, they don't know technology, they don't know anything like the fellas, just sit and talk, tell you do work, tell you that, don't do anything, right? But here's the thing, neither side is wrong. What's happening is it's like two people meeting who don't speak the same language, and they're trying to talk to each other, and neither of them understand each other. And there's nobody in between trying to translate what the other person's trying to mean. Gen Y isn't wrong, right? They're just misunderstood. And Gen X isn't wrong because there are lots of things they're saying that are making a lot of sense. Now, here's another layer. Let me add to the complexity. Above Gen X, you have another generation that's called the baby boomers, right? Now, let me tell you a little bit of why am I talking about baby boomers? Extrategize. There are 3 partners in my firm, and I am a Gen Y. My partners are not even Gen X. They're baby boomers, all right? And we've been working together for the last 4.5, 5 years now. Extrategize has been around since 2012. And the first question anybody asks me is like, AJ, aren't you a little bit too young to be working with Tony and Boone? Because Tony and Boone, my partners, are easily, probably at this point, about 50, 55 at this point, right? And they have over 30 to 40 years of corporate experience. I've got about 10 to 12 years under my belt, but I'm nowhere as experienced as my partners. So why would you connect these 3 people together and make a firm out of them? Why? Here's the magic that's happened. We think differently, we disagree on things, but somehow within that disagreement, we come up with very unique solutions for our training and our modules. Because our training is no longer limited to one type of generation, Generation X, Generation Y, or Z. Because we work together and we're all 3 coming from a very different background, we work together and we address the needs of each generation. And we've come up with a completely new framework called Generation C, which is Generation Connected. What does that mean? It means that we want to get rid of the Y and the X and the Z. We want to get rid of all that. We want to move away from creating differences between the generations and try to create one generation that is connected by one thing. And that is what several of you are right now holding in your hands. The digital revolution, the transformation that we live in today. Digital is the one thing that connects all of us. Fahmi talked about one part of digital, which is Facebook activation. Now, what I'm going to talk about today doesn't have so much to do with generations, but it is something very important. I mentioned earlier, I was in a closed door session with the World Economic Forum a couple of weeks ago. And a gentleman down from Geneva was talking about the employability issues. And he brought up a very good point. He said, AJ, you and I connected on a platform called LinkedIn.
And I said, yes. And he said, I also noticed that you're working with Magic very closely. I work with Magic very closely. I don't know if you guys know what Magic is, but yeah. So he said, why don't you talk to the youngsters? Why don't you talk to the millennials about the value and the importance of LinkedIn? Because you know what? Here's the funny thing. If you go to a university, and I go to a lot of universities, I was at Summer University a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago. And when you ask the youngsters in the hall, which social media platform do you use? And he goes, Facebook. Every single person in that hall puts up their hand. And then when you say Snapchat, I don't know if you guys know what Snapchat is, everybody puts up their hand, right? But the second you say LinkedIn, 3 or 4 people put up their hand. And that too, the 3 or 4 that put up their hand, they aren't active on LinkedIn. They just got an account there, that's all. No picture, nothing. Now here's the question, and think about this, guys. If you're in your last year of university and you really want to get a job in the market and you want to come across as professional as possible, which platform should you be investing your most amount of energy into? LinkedIn, right? So why is it that you have all the time in the world for Facebook? No offense, Mami. I know you're a Facebook dude, man. I'm sorry. No offense, I know. I believe in Facebook too, but I'm putting something in perspective. If you have an employability issue where 1 out of 4 Malaysian kids today cannot find a job for 6 months after reaching college, don't you want to maximize your chances of getting a job? And if you're sitting on social media, and it's a known fact, the World Health Organization has reported a health hazard today. Generation Z and Y spend 40 to 60% of their day in front of a device's screen, meaning we spend half our day looking at a screen. There are actual health hazards related to that. You can check out the report. World Health Organization published it. What does that mean? That means we spend about half our day with machines, not with human beings. And what is this doing? If you're going to spend time on the digital sphere, then don't you think that if you're a young university student, the one thing you need to do is activate your LinkedIn? And when I went to Sabah, I was invited by the Ministry of Finance and Commando and Magic to do a talk on LinkedIn, right? And we went, a lot of people went over there, a lot of program owners went there. And when I was talking to adults and entrepreneurs, you'd be surprised how many of them were really, really active on LinkedIn. And just beyond a profile. I'll take an example of Mr. Anwar Dimobhai here, right? He's got a fantastic profile, and he knows what he's doing. But if I were to try to identify many more Mr. Anwar Dimobhais in the market, I'd be struggling to find them. Many people, irrespective of how corporate, what their titles are, CEOs, directors, they still don't know how to activate LinkedIn the way it should be activated. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to briefly show you the power of LinkedIn, and I'm going to just give you a few basic tips. Nothing too long, just about 5-10 minutes, and then next time I see you, I'll do a more in-depth coverage of it, right? Right, I'm not going to talk about myself, I'll come back to me later. Yeah, we've been around since 2012. I call this workshop the LinkedIn or Left Behind workshop, right? And I do this in quite a few different companies. I do this with schools, universities, I do this with corporates, but I'm just giving you guys a teaser. Also, I don't call myself a trainer, I call myself a storyteller. I never call myself a trainer because I believe training is dead, I'll be honest with you. I don't think the term training applies in this world anymore. I think what really people remember are really powerful stories. If you go to any trainer today, including Tony Robbins, who is the most celebrated motivational speaker in the world today, if you ask him what he does, he'll tell you that he creates magical stories to make people believe in what he's telling them. It's a story that people remember. If you lecture them, if you go to school and you see a teacher lecturing her students, they won't remember anything after 3 weeks. But if she breaks her lecture and her lesson into stories, the kids will remember the stories because it made them feel something. So lesson number 1 I wanted to talk about was understanding the value of humanizing your brand. You need to humanize your brand. So a lot of people look at LinkedIn and they say, AJ, it's just another platform. It's just like Facebook. I'm on Facebook already. Why do I need to be on LinkedIn, right? So here's the thing. Where other people just see a platform, I see an opportunity. A lot of people, a lot of Malaysians particularly, come to me and say, AJ, LinkedIn isn't the best platform for me. I said, why? Oh, you know why, AJ? Because there are very few Malaysians on it. I said, okay, but don't you think that's an opportunity then? Don't you think that if you know that there are very few Malaysians on it, doesn't that mean there's less competition on the platform for you? And he goes, yeah, actually, if you think about it. So if you got on it before everybody else, wouldn't you be standing out? Whereas if you go to Facebook, or if you go to Twitter, or if you go to Instagram, don't you think a ton of Malaysians are already there? And he goes, yeah, that's true. So where you see a platform, I see an opportunity. You need to rush after it and run after it. So all this I do, I call it the Digital Disruption series, and it's called the All Things Digital series. Now, here's the thing. How many of you guys have heard the Uber effect? How many of you guys have heard the Uber effect? Okay, let me rephrase that. Thank you, Pauline. How many of you have seen this slide used before on social media? I'm sure you've seen this slide, right? Now, my question to you is, would Uber, Facebook, Airbnb, Alibaba be the platforms they are without the most important element, the adoption of people? Would Uber be as successful as what it is today if people didn't use Uber? No, right? Now here's what corporates and non-profits and government agencies are all doing wrong. They focus so much on the technology. They focus so much on being wowed by Uber and by Grab and by all these new platforms. They're forgetting the key element in this whole thing. They're forgetting the fact that they need to build a human system around it. You see, it's great to be digital, right? You know, a lot of people say, it's my phone. It's not your phone anymore. We can't call our devices phones anymore. Because you know what? We do so much more than just call people on them. We do shopping on them, we connect with people on them, we close business deals on them, we call for a cab, we call for an Uber on them, we do everything on them, right? So here's the thing. If you've got your entire world on that, and you're spending that much of time with your phone, why aren't you doing the same thing for your customers? Why aren't you doing the same thing for your career? Now, what I'm trying to share with you guys here is Facebook, Airbnb, Uber, all these platforms are absolutely worthless without one crucial element, which is people, the human element. And you'll see lots of businesses today taking this term called humanization. They talk about humanizing a brand. What is humanization of a brand? Because we've gotten so obsessed with digital that we've forgotten what it's like to be human. And you know what? This is connected to what we're having as a problem with the younger generations in this country and around the world. Johns Hopkins University in the US released a study where they've actually recorded that generation after generation, something called empathy, having feeling for something else in your life beyond yourself, going above and beyond me, right? Empathy. Your empathy levels are dropping. It's actually a study they've done for the last 10 years in Johns Hopkins University where they actually proved that empathy levels are dropping. With empathy, there are so many implications. One of the biggest implications is because we spend so much of time on our devices, we've forgotten what it feels like to connect with a human being. And many of us are losing a part of us. Now, what I was doing in Sabah with LinkedIn was the fact that I was talking about how this has changed things. How many of you guys have gone to a mall or sat down for dinner or watched people in a mall and you can see people walking, they're standing together, they're talking together, but what's happening? Are they actually connecting with each other, or are they just standing there on their phones? You can see it happening. I know it's been some of us on this table as well, right? We sat in a social setting and we're sitting on our phones. We're not even paying attention to a lot of things that are happening. And that is something that's the negative side of the digital revolution. And this is having an impact on the employability of the younger generations, not just in Malaysia, but globally. So, what I'm trying to say today is that digital is not a word or a trend. Digital is something that you can use to connect with your customers, your partners, and your future employers. But let's zoom into LinkedIn per se. And before I talk about LinkedIn, I want to talk about this particular gentleman that I work with. His name is Jion Dienhart, right? He's considered a futurist, and he's celebrated around the world. I've been exchanging a couple of emails for the last year with him, and we're trying to work on a few publications together. Now, I want to play this video because I think it's very powerful, and I'll tell you about what I'm talking about here. And you'll understand a little bit more at a simplistic level how we need to be more careful about the digital revolution around us.
No sound. 10. No sound. Bro, install me.
No sound.
Just give us a few seconds. They're sorting out some technical issues, right? Apparently, according to Ken just threw me out the room saying, can you go and entertain them while I figure this out? And I said, okay, I will. I'm actually getting worried because there are already 3 guys in there, now there's a 4th guy going. My fault. I got your card, I'm going to drop your call.
While I'm waiting, I can just share.
Sure.
I have usually 8 so my last module I got it in 8. And right now my instructor has 6 people and I also started to do analysis with development training and learning what is the global system. They have about 20,000 members. Every day there will be 10 people without joining the group. That was up to 10. But at the same time, I started another group. It's Malaysia and Singapore. So the global group has grown to 20,000. The Malaysia Singapore group only 1,600. So you can see the difference now. It's like that we are actually at the same time. So nowadays I got event of company like Marcus Liver Evans from US, from the States. They are asking, Lawrence, can you help me to do announcement? I will pay you. So when they are announcing, they get up to 20,000 globally at the same time. So I receive 1 or 2 every month. So I will do that for them. If they want to pay me, I say, no, it's okay. This is like volunteer. Okay, I can do. But you must give me, I remember, 10 to 20% discount.
Right.
Something like that. So I thought that the link is very powerful. So I began to put it in the slide share. So in the slide share, I put it in and then link to the Facebook. Nowadays, I come to the point where I publish articles or write, especially like personal story. As you said, I remember one that award winning where we eliminate people. There are 8,000 people reading. Also close to 9,000. Just one post. So there are some posts, the personal one, which is great value. That means I did something and yet it's personal. And then easily 2,000, 3,000 people view. Likes will be less. Like is always less than 1%. I remember one article I published 4 positive psychology to grow leaders. So in 2 weeks there are about 2,200 people reading it. Likes, no. Actually, the view is more than 20,000. So, but then it's good for personal branding. I met some people in the conference and they say, wow, Lauren, it's you. Eventually, I meet the person who always posts it, So I find that the way is a good way to train ourselves. Also look for a job. But if you want to position ourselves to be expert in something, you always post on the subject. Post on it. Currently, because of this, I was invited by HRM, Human Resource Management, Asian magazine, which is published in Singapore. They asked me to do web version of kind of colonies and actually publish one article. Then also write the article inside it. So this is great exposure. If I want to, I think this is a great way to very big. We don't find a million already sign on. In fact, I just went out to the LinkedIn sales, regional sales people, and then they say that they can give talk about big data and productivity. They can talk about two levels. So this is a very unique orientation. When I talk about inside out they don't sell office in Malaysia. They don't sell in ASEAN, they don't sell office. They only sell office in Singapore. Then whoever wants to meet them, they invite them. So locally they have allow us to use the LinkedIn Meetup to help them to promote their brands like that. But overall, it's a good experience.
Once upon a time, business as usual was often good.
Alone, plus yes, you see that when you are a paid member is better. Paid member. Paid member, I think $29 every month. So, we are signing for yes.
Once upon a
related to the profession or related to these are quality network. But in the end, there are all kind of profession, but yet when you make an announcement and do something, they cannot help you. That kind of network may not be value to you. So you need to clarify that the number gets plus the quality connection.
Once upon a time, business.
So I think anybody has any experience with LinkedIn? And also LinkedIn, if you are a paid member, is good. It's very easy for you to add the quality. Because those that in your network, they will give you the opportunity to say you want to add. Then the other one, you have LinkedIn Learning, where there are 3,000 of the e-learning course where you can pick up. Right?
Good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, we'll do soon, though. Hey, remember Arjuna?
Yeah.
Next week. Okay, see you. So, Lawrence is one of the few influencers in Malaysia that's very active on it. I want to ask you guys, how many of you guys use LinkedIn for your business? I know Mr. Umawai uses it for his own purposes, personal branding, as well as for his booking stuff and his own business. Right, for the right, okay. Supervisor ratings. Yeah, I do supervisor ratings. They're crap. Obviously, yeah, they're boring. Yeah, absolutely. And then we get to and then you say that they're accurate. So at this level, I would say it's beyond tactics, it's more strategic at that level. But the question is, how many of us here in this room right now are using LinkedIn at that same level of strategy, right? And believe it or not, LinkedIn having a fantastic profile and having a huge number of followers is not what LinkedIn is about. A lot of people think that if I can get a ton of followers, I've got maybe 6,000 followers on LinkedIn. On average, my posts average about maybe 40 likes every time I put up a post, right? Whether it's at school when I'm training, or at a corporate, or if I'm anywhere. But my point is, yeah, absolutely. But he's absolutely right. So a lot of people have come to me and said, AJ, the reason why I'm off LinkedIn is because I do like a lot of that strategic professional value is off. But as an introduction to you and to understand and create that simplification, I want to show you guys this video. Right? And this video is something that's going to create an overview in your mind on where we're heading and what are the positive and the negative implications. And how, as we become more advanced and automated as a digital society, we also need to be more careful and more wary about the human systems that are being left behind. Right? Thank you. Sorry, sir. Sorry, buddy.
Once upon a time, business as usual was often good enough. No more. Where we are going, good enough is dead. In a world where everything is connected, where everything is equally excellent, where performance is reaching perfection, there's only one space left to innovate in. You. Right now, you are a central point in the raging tornado of change fueled by digitization, mobilization, augmentation, disintermediation, automation. Well, the list goes on. Science fiction is becoming science fact. Think about self-driving cars or computers that can learn and think. The way we work will never be the same. The skills we need will be dramatically different. Winning or losing are now happening faster than ever before. So what's your response? How will you discover new opportunities in one of the most transformational times in human history? Are you driving change, or are you being driven by it? Disruption has become the new normal. With change, it's always gradually, then suddenly, well, things really have stopped happening gradually. This change is exponential. Everything that used to be dumb and disconnected is now wired and intelligent. Cars, cities, ports, farms, even our bodies will be wired with sensors and will talk to each other. These game changers are also combinatorial. They amplify each other, creating a perfect storm of change. Quantum computing fuels big data. The Internet of Things fuels artificial intelligence and deep learning, which fuels robotics. However, anything that cannot be digitized or automated will become extremely valuable. Human-only traits such as creativity, imagination, intuition, emotion, and ethics will be even more important in the future, because machines are very good at simulating, but not at being. Yes, robots and software will do some of our work, but this will allow us to focus on things that cannot be automated. To imagine change squared, you've got to start engaging more with what might be, not just with what is. Immerse yourself in the immediate future, 5 to 7 years out from today. We need to go beyond technology and data to reach human insights and wisdom. Technology represents the how of change, but humans represent the why. The future is about holistic business models. The opportunity is to be liquid, to learn just in time, not just in case, not single improvements, but complete transformations, not individual systems, but new ecosystems. Humanity is where true and lasting value is created. We will engage, rate, and buy things because of the experiences they provide, because of their transformative power. The future doesn't just happen. The future gets happened. The new way to work is to embrace technology, but not to become it. The future is in technology, yet the bigger future lies in transcending it. Let's live and lead from here.
So, what do you guys think of the video? Yeah. So, Gian Leonhardt is considered a futurist, right? And I've been working with him for almost the last year. And I'm in the process of finishing my second chapter of the book. I haven't decided the name yet, but the book will be probably published sometime next August of 2018. I'm working on it. And the book is going to be talking about the impact the digital revolution has had on millennials and how the millennials need to be revisiting how they embrace technology. Right? And it isn't limited just to millennials. It's also now a part of Gen X and baby boomers I've talked about earlier. So the majority of us live our lives in two particular ways. You have the ones who are looking for the active moments in life, which are the ones who are searching for answers. And then you've got those which are living in passive moments, which just stumble upon discovery. What I'm doing with schools and universities today is I'm shifting away a generation that is being put through an educational system that is trained to think as the passive. They're trained in the very way they're educated, in the very way they're brought into the workforce. It is a passive mindset. And we have to shift that mindset. And I've actually had this conversation with MOAG and MOE as well. And they talk about holistic education, they talk about experiential education. But when I go in there and do my workshops, the teachers are blown away. They're like, wait a second, how is this teaching the kids anything? And I said, wait, why don't you wait and watch? And within 3 months, you have kids showing behavioral changes. You have kids who are very rowdy in class, all of a sudden becoming a little bit more mindful and listening. And they didn't have to be lectured and scolded and punished to do that. And that's the value of shifting away from a mindset of passive, which is I will discover things as I go through life, as I exist. But what are you doing to live, right? And today's conversation with you was just a couple of minutes to introduce this concept to you. Because everyone's so impressed by Uber. Everyone's so impressed by Grab. Everyone's impressed by, Airbnb. But like this video says, like Gian says, the reality is that we adopt these tools because of the experience they give us. But without humanity and without remembering the value of humanity, these tools are just tools. And if at one point, if we don't change the way that we're educating our kids, at one point we'll end up like drones, we'll be robots. We won't be capable of any creative thoughts, we won't be capable of critical thinking, and you can already see it happening. 50% of the people coming out of schools today in universities in Malaysia and Southeast Asia are facing a problem finding a job. Is it really down to IQ? I don't think so. Because you open up the papers and you see people getting straight A's. Open up the papers, you see 11 A's in SPM, 10 A's, 8 A's in O-levels. So it's something to do with IQ. It's to do with the EQ. And if the empathy keeps dropping, we'll end up being in a situation where the workforce will be more and more disconnected. So, I'm not going to go any further. It was just a teaser, it was just an overview of what I will be talking about in the future. I would recommend that you go back and revisit your LinkedIn profiles. The one advice I can give you to begin your journey on LinkedIn is don't make it into a officious, robotic sounding profile. Make it into a professional profile that sounds like a human being that people want to get to know. Your tone should be a story. Your brand should represent a message that reaches the heart, not just the body, right? How you do that, if you want to know more, feel free to talk to me after I'm done, or during this session, or even later for trade cards. Thank you very much.
Thank you, AJ Minai. I hope everyone had a good time for today's third LinkedIn meetup. Actually, the last part is usually a lucky draw, but this time it was a last minute thing, so we couldn't pull that off. So basically, so I hope you guys enjoyed the sharing session. It's good to be back to open networking session. Oh, yeah, we can definitely answer your question personally. So now open networking session starts again. You guys can have some food, some drinks, and hope you guys enjoyed this session. Thank you very much for coming today. I understand it's a very hot day, it's Saturday or so, and then I know Saturday is usually a easy day, family day or something. The next few LinkedIn meetup will probably be on a weekday. So it's going to be a weekday night. I will probably be stuck here for another 1 or 2 values because I have some issues with them. So very honest, very honest guy. So I don't hide things. So yeah, I'm sorry wrong. Anyway, enjoy the open networking session. I hope you guys can just maybe get to know each other. And especially, I know Homan. I don't really know Homan personally. I just met him today. I connected to him on LinkedIn. I saw his work, and then I might talk to him later. Because what he does is in line with what I do. So yeah. So this is one example. LinkedIn Meetup. It can help people out.
I would be happy.
Sorry.
I would be happy to.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm happy to meet you as well. Okay, thank you. That's all for today, and thank you very much.
Touchscreen.
Also, it can be like a video. I have done one.